We can do that.
This is a big moment.
This is a huge moment. Hey all sorcerers, Root here, and welcome back to the archives. Today we're at another event, and I am so excited to bring you along because it is the Courtesan Cup and the Sorcery Spring Social. I've been waiting months and months and months for this event, as you've known from my travels on the channel, going to all the different qualifiers that I can, and it is wonderful to see everyone convening here in Baltimore to have this awesome time. We had a wonderful time at No Land Beyond last night. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to bring my camera and get it out. I was just in the moment enjoying some drafts and just kind of connecting with the community, but it was such a blast. So if that's any indication of what today and tomorrow we're going to be like, I cannot wait. Well, thanks for joining me. Can't wait to bring you downstairs. Let's get into it. Let's go to the hotel, let's head inside. Getting up to the registration booth. Excited to see everyone. Hey, how's it going? It's perfect. Say hi. Hey. Good, how are you? What are you doing there?
Right, it's common sense.
Oh, there we go. We are mesmerized. And you're gonna have you have some prints available with that?
Yeah.
People want to get their hands on it. Yeah. Look at that. All right, well, everyone's over here. We're not done yet. We got a few more here. Trip, what do we got over? Let's rotate down. Everyone move down one.
Alright everyone, the story behind this one, I didn't know this was in the Art Theory and Legends set. I got commissioned to do this one for the Alpha set, and it was one of the first commissions I got before I even knew Sorcery was going to be as big as it is. So it might be one of the first Art Theory and Legends cards made. And I didn't know how big Sorcery was going to be when I made it. Just ripping it off. But it was really fun. It's kind of a funny one. It's called Siege Giant. And I got it commissioned. Woo! Awesome. Sick. Ooh.
painting here, and the card for this will be revealed later today. So to get some ideas.
Do you know what kind of card it is? Ordinary, unique, whatever.
Ordinary. Keening Banshee. Let's give a round of applause for Alan as well here.
It's just common sense.
Like a specific time. Was it around 8:35?
That was a good time.
It's just common sense.
Hey, all sorcerers, I am here with Erik, one of my awesome opponents during the Courtesan Cup. And we had a chance to talk during our games, and I was really excited to hear that not only was he here as a player and a person that just enjoys sorcery in general, but is also an owner of a local game store that's really championing sorcery as a product. And he graciously offered to take some time to talk to me a little bit about A, his experience here at the Cup, and B, your experience running a game store. So thanks so much for joining. I was wondering if you can tell the audience a little bit about yourself, and we can go from there.
Yeah, for sure. Again, my name is Erik. I'm the owner of Action City Comics in Brooklyn, New York. We opened about 4 years ago, and we do a mix of comics and trading cards and collectibles and all that kind of fun stuff. And yeah, when Sorcery dropped, it immediately caught my attention. It's just a great fantasy game with some really fun strategic elements, and I bought into the Kickstarter, and we had a great release for that. There's a huge amount of interest, and yeah, we just started growing a community from there. It was a lot of fun.
Nice, nice. So what about it really caught your eye as a store owner? I can imagine too, because being a relatively young store at that time, thinking about how you want to invest and what games you're going to choose.
It's a risk. I mean, I followed like Team Covenant for previous games, and I trusted their judgment, and they were showing off the game, and I was like, wow, that's kind of really appealing to me. Just all the beautiful hand-painted art and the grid-based strategy system. I loved it. It appealed to everything about what I look for in a card game, and I've been playing card games since I was a little kid.
Yeah, yeah. So it sounds like it kind of spoke to you as a player, and then as a player and now store owner, you thought this is a product
I
that
was
I really
like,
want to
this
support.
is a quality product that I know I can sell.
Yeah, yeah. How's it been received at your store?
Excellent. Yeah. We to this day we still get people walking in. Oh, you have sorcery?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, we still have sorcery. You know?
Nice.
And we built a great community of players, and we're seeing new faces all the time.
Nice, that's so exciting. And you know, as a player here at the Cup, I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about your experience and how you've been enjoying the Spring Social as a whole.
The Cup has been great. I had a blast. I had some fantastic games with some really nice people, seeing a range of decks too. You know, the game with just one release, it's incredible how deep it is.
Yeah.
And you know, people are finding new combos and new decks and new things to try.
Yeah.
And so when you sit down across from a sorcerer, you don't know what they're going to do. And that's what's really fun for me, right?
Yeah.
And so I brought a deck of my own creation, you know, that I was working on and tweaking and tuning. And, you know, I sat down from a lot of great players. I won a few games, lost a few, had some really close nail biters.
Yeah.
And been having a lot of fun.
Yeah, I agree. Our match was an absolute blast, and you know, not only was it fun to actually play, but just to kind of get to know you during the discussion, and then find out that I had played with one of your community members at the draft earlier.
Oh yeah,
and,
that's right.
You know, the community is so close knit, and Justin was telling me like, oh, you got to connect with Erik, and lo and behold, we find ourselves sitting across the table from each other.
Right.
So
yeah, we came down from New York with a big group of us.
Yeah.
I'm sure next year will be even more of us. It's gonna be great. Yeah.
So thinking about moving forward, one of the things that's really important to me is building community. And as a local game store owner and somebody who was really invested at the beginning, I was wondering if you have any advice for people that are looking to grow their local communities, or to game store owners who are thinking, maybe I want to get involved with sorcery, but I'm just not sure how.
Yeah, sure. So I would say the first thing is to take full advantage of their play network.
Yeah.
You know, making sure your events are listed every week, and people can go on there and see that you are hosting events. Right. They also, if you're not already listed, you can be listed on the official sorcery website as a retailer of sorcery. So make sure that those are done. So anyone who's looking into the game, they can search, look up the zip code. Oh, there's a store near me that's selling it.
Yeah, and I'd actually seen your store in there. I recently visited New York as I was sharing, and I was looking to like find a place to play some games. And
if you're
I saw you pop up
in the city, look us up.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That would be the first thing to do. And then, you know, social media is a great way to get the name out there. The thing is, I think sorcery is it's a great game that appeals to a lot of people if you can just get it in front of them.
Yeah.
You know, and sorcery is still small, it's still growing, and people aren't aware of it yet. But if you bring in a TCG player and you show them sorcery, I think 9 times out of 10 they're going to be like, oh, this is a cool game, I can get in with this. Yeah. And they'll be down. Yeah.
Right on. Well, last question for you. What's your favorite card?
My favorite card has got to be the Rolling Boulder.
Oh yeah.
I have a Rolling Boulder deck that my play community just hates to see when I bring it out. 'Cause I get like 3 boulders on the board. They hate you can't be anywhere because the boulder's gonna just squish everything.
If you're like chasing people around, they've got to think about like, which lane can I stand in?
I've got a poltergeist to animate it, and then I can attack with the boulder, then push the boulder.
You ever thrown it with a Far East Assassin?
I haven't done that yet.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of great fun cards that you can build around. I'm also a big fan of like the Albatross. I think the Albatross is a hilarious card.
Yep.
And there's so many fun cards to play around.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me today.
Hey,
great to get a chance to get some games in, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the event. Safe travels back home.
Thank you.
Awesome.
It's just common sense.
All right, what's next, Ron? What else is on the agenda today? There we go, announcement time.
Oh, is on?
Yeah, it was on until you turned it on. About to be on.
All right, well, there's more. It's a surprise.
Oh.
Ron, please stand up.
Right, I'm not used to this.
Jack has something for all you jump, but I'll let Jack tell you why he has this for you.
I have this for Ron because if life was a little bit different for me, I'd be doing this right now, and I really appreciate that he's doing this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Open it!
In front of everybody?
Speech!
Okay.
It's
it's been a challenge, but it's been a fun challenge. It's been a challenge, but it's been a fun challenge. Setting this event up, setting up the Courtesan Cup, the qualifiers. I mean, the last 6 months has been pretty crazy, but it's really awesome to see all of you guys coming to these events, participating, and having fun. And that's, for me, what it's all about. So as long as this is all happening, we're going to keep it going, and we're going to keep everybody having fun. So thank you, Jack.
You're welcome.
Take it off.
I didn't win the cup, it's staying on.
Thank you.
So you guys get to see it before me, right? Yeah.
They like it, Ron, they like it.
Oh, wow. Oh. Thank you, man.
You're welcome,
Seriously.
you earned it, seriously.
Wow.
You earned it.
That's very cool. Courtesan Cup. We started this thing 6 months ago with an idea of creating a qualifier across all these stores, across the entire East Coast, and it became true, right? We started with a couple of qualifiers, and now we did, what, I think 14 or 15 across the country, right? And now it culminated to today, the final, and we have our first Courtesan Cup champion, CJ. Awesome. So, for the inaugural Courtesan Cup, we had a very special, very unique painting of a rendition of Thias. Now, you guys may or may not know, but Thias was a historical figure that interacted with Alexander the Great, right? And one of the things that I learned through this experience was that she convinced him to burn Persepolis. So what we see in this painting is a rendition of that idea. That in the background is the burning city of Persepolis. And Lindsay, let's come up. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have each of the artists, so we have Lindsay and we have Truett, to hand their paintings over to the winner. So I'm going to step aside, and we're going to let this happen.
Congratulations. Thank you. This is actually
Very cool.
No, this is actually like amazing. Yeah. No, I like saw the art. I am so sorry. So it's for me, guys.
It's just me.
Thank you. No, honestly, I actually, when we were like playing the game, I looked up. I was like, because somebody on Discord somewhere was like, oh yeah, a lot of the cards are based on history and things that you like would never know. And I don't know. I like googled that. What? That's real? And I was like, that's a dope card. This is amazing. Yeah. Thank you so much. And honestly, this is phenomenal. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you both CJ, Lindsay. Okay. Yep. All right. So Lindsay, if you have a seat. Truett. So as part of this qualifier series, you guys may or may not know Too Fluent. I don't think he's here. I think he left with his family. But he was inspired as well based on the idea of giving out original work. And when I first started the idea, it was actually the three of us. I brought it to Louis and Too Fluent to say, hey, let's do this thing, let's get some qualifiers going. And he was inspired to commission Truett to create this kind of trifecta where you see a rendition of Too Fluent, myself in the middle, and Louis on the right as the mountain man we all know him as. Woo!
That's amazing. I don't know if I ever... It's like nice art, but like, what do I do with that? I like nice things. Oh my god. This is amazing. I just like... Yeah, your art is amazing. I think you signed my first card. That was like yesterday. I was like, this is my first artist signature on any card. And I did not actually expect to own a piece of art. That's like pretty awesome.
Do you need me to do it?
Yeah, no, Highland Clansman is my first ever signed card on any game ever, and you signed it, and then you're like, oh, that's really cool. Now I actually own an original piece. That's insane.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. Seriously. Oh my god. No, was it spoiled?
This isn't a sorcery card.
No, but I meant like, did you guys reveal it beforehand? Because like I had seen that, but I hadn't actually seen this. I just knew Truett made something for the winner.
We did not reveal it.
Okay, I was like, I haven't actually seen it. I want to like, yeah.
We had plans to. It was a little, yeah. It's good though.
No, I was just like, I just want to Truett made something, but I was like, I don't know what it is. Holy crap.
All right.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, this is amazing.
So Simon's going to help us with the last piece for the top prize, and he's going to take the mic.
But before I do that, I would like to thank Ron and his very capable team for everything that he's done for the community. So I will say a very sincere thank you to everybody for their attendance. It's rather overwhelming for myself and Chase to see so many people so committed and devoted to sorcery, and it's really been a tremendous journey for us. But thank you so much for believing in us, and thank you so much for enjoying the game. We really hope in the future you continue to enjoy sorcery as we move into Arthurian Legends in October. So again, thank you very much. But I have to congratulate our winner, Christian. Congratulations. And I think I was told to give you this original foil Courtesan face. So there we go.
This is the most expensive thing I own, I guess, next to this. Now I have 3 copies. I don't know, this is crazy.
Hold it up! I will say,
hold it up, show us.
A very sincere thank you to everybody for your sportsmanship and for your participation as well. There's been so many good vibes here. Everyone's done a fantastic job of supporting one another, and I really hope that we see more from Ron and his team in the near future. So again, thank you to everybody here today.
Yeah, you had your We're going to still look at your pretty paintings while we can before you take them and put them in your house. There is one other piece. You get one of these very cool, very limited Courtesan Cup top 8 mats.
Cool. Thank you.
Alright, so we're not done. We still have a lot of prizing. Mark, are you here? Yeah. Can you help me pull up the thing so I don't give out too much or too little through the prizing?
We've also got the raffles already.
The what? Oh, yeah. And just a side note, we will be doing raffles after this for all of these pieces here. So the only exception for everyone is the special demon that Alan let us buy and put on a token for the qualifiers. So only the qualifiers will be able to get this particular piece, but all the other pieces we're going to raffle. If your badge number is called and you're in this room, you are taking that home. All right. So, give me 1 second. Oh, thank you. All right, so, yes. We actually had one more thing, and I have to admit, this happened a couple months ago, so I kind of forgot. Game Genic actually sponsored our top 8. It gave us some prizing, but it was so many months ago, and the tournament has become so much bigger than when I originally told them we were going to have 48 people sitting in a room playing sorcery, like an average store event. They were like, oh, okay, we'll send you some stuff. So this is actually yours as well. All right, so Rob, why don't you come up here? So some of you may or may not know, but Rob is a local here. He actually plays at No Land Beyond pretty frequently, right? So we all get beat by him very often. So for him, we will be giving out the limited print signed by Lindsay. So we have 1 of 15. Now he's number 2, but number 1.
I won't tell people that.
But you have the number 1. So we got a signed print. Three beta boxes. We got Donnie Brook and Donnie Brook and from the store. Now this was generously donated by Token MPG. They were pretty nice because they gave us a store kit for the event. And then I was like, hey, this has gotten a little bit bigger. Can you do another store kit? And he said yes. And so whatever's left over from the prizing, we're going to raffle out and give to you guys. So. Hold it up for your pictures. And so our Game Genic, the Academic 133 XL. Okay. There you go. And last but not least, foil bone raffle card. We're going to go in that first.
We'll figure it out.
Yes. We will look at that. Yes, it'll be okay. I'm trying to make sure that CJ didn't miss out on anything either.
There's the champion card.
Does he get the champion card?
I think he gets the champion.
I mean, I'll take it.
I think it was 3rd place.
Thank you.
I forgot about the champion card.
That's sweet.
The champion might get that.
Okay. All right, so let's get another little round for Rob. So in 3rd place, we have Mike. Now you guys might know Mike, not from him meeting him, but you may have used his app. Mike has made a life tracking app, right?
Yes.
Did you forget about that?
Yeah.
Plug it. Shameless plug.
And
Searbot.
Searbot, yeah. 4 cores, .xyz/counter. It's a life counter app. And yeah, I'm also the one who made the Searbot app. That's on a lot of the Discord stuff. So yeah, any feedback, suggestions, or software ideas, let me know. This is the Mike show now.
It's the guy that ripped up Erik's Curiosa.
Oh yeah.
Awesome ripper.
Wait, did that happen? In my pocket somewhere.
That happened.
Upstairs.
Yeah, so this actually did win me my 5th round to get a Death Dealer. And thank you to everyone at Erik's Curiosa who awarded me with a Relentless Crowd for the first tear of Erik's Curiosa.
All right, so for Mike, we have number 2 sign print of the Courtesan Thias. Foil Bone Rebel. Yeah, it's 100% foil, trust me. And then we have a GameGenic Sidekick XL. Thank you, GameGenic.
Thank you.
And then, what do you got? Oh, yeah, little playmat here. Mortality, which I think Matthias?
Yeah.
He's here somewhere. You could get this signed. Mortality. Last but not least, you guys should have brought bags. You were getting prizes. Last but not least, we have 2 booster boxes. To Mike. So let's give a round of applause for Mike. Okay, so, number 4.
Hi there. Mike. I'm also Mike.
Okay, so Mike number 2. What's your last name?
Sotes.
Mike S. What, is your last name S too?
Me? No, each.
Oh, no, okay. Yeah, gotcha. Okay. So number 4. Number 4, we have. So, we have a signed Courtesan Thias, number 3 of 15. All right, and then next we have another Mortality playmat. Don't forget, Matthias is here. Great opportunity to get a sign. Then we have our GameGenic Bastion XL 1000. Thank you, GameGenic.
Thank you, GameGenic.
You're the real MVP.
And our totally legitimate foil bone ravel. And last but not least, a beta booster box. Now, there are some special prizes for these guys. So Mike, Dave from Flight 2 Games has created these really cool dice that work with sorcery. They have disabled, they have flooded, they have soldier tokens, engulf tokens, pretty much any state and status. He's created these dice to kind of make it easy to track those. So he has given these to the top 3. So 1, 2, 3. Then he has a smaller pack for number 4. But he gave us an extra one. So that's going to get raffled off.
Also, while he's coming out, can you get a big round of applause for my songs for doing this great?
Let me say this. Without Marcellus, you guys would have no idea who he was.
Hail Sorcerers, Rude here, and I am with CJ, the champion of the Courtesan Cup. I know, right?
Yeah.
I've been talking to him for a couple of minutes, and I'm just really excited to give you the opportunity to hear a little bit about his experience here. He is the first player ranked out of 90 players. And I just am so incredibly thrilled to get a chance to talk to you. This was an intense 2-day event.
Yeah.
I can speak to the intensity. I played round 1 as a qualifier, and it was really tough.
Yeah.
And then day 2 with the draft event,
yeah,
kind of taking you out of that constructed element and forcing you to really use your thinking skills to build something on the fly.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you feeling right now?
It doesn't feel real at all, because yeah, it was a real slog.
It was so much fun though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I really thought I had a chance until I made top 4. After the draft, I like called my wife and I was like, I think I could win this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but up until that point, I was like, yeah, it'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know that I had met you on day 1 and I saw your fantastic shirt, and I love the shirt you're wearing today. What did your shirt on day 1 say?
It said, unique mortal of spectacular misplays.
Right?
Yeah.
Spectacular misplays.
It's accurate. Yeah. We were just chatting before this. I work in medicine, so I have to flip my schedule from day to night and night to day, like at least twice a month.
Yeah.
So a lot of my playtime is at like 2, 3, 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
And I'm a little groggy, and I play with like PK from California and Kevin, who's one of the Australian guys. He like crushed. He got season 4 champion, and then he was like top 3 in the.
Yeah, so we're like playing with high level folks.
Yeah, so I just play with them, and it's like I have to stay up until 6 in the morning so I can reset my schedule for the following night, and so I'll just play all night.
Yeah.
And I misplay a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just be like, yeah, I'll just do this. You can't do that. Damn it, it's like 4. Okay, I'll do something else. So
and I see you've got a Duke Nukem. Is that a Duke Nukem reference on your shirt there?
No, it's Roots of Yggdrasil. That's my deck. I said I came to pop roots and chew bubblegum. Oh, right, because Duke Nukem.
Yeah.
You know, I did play that back in the 90s. Right? I just forgot that was the OG.
That is, and you chewed a lot of bubblegum today.
Did
you pop a lot of roots?
I did, every game.
Every game?
Yeah, popped roots every game, and it is a viable but a little bit unfair strategy.
Yeah. Yeah, so, you know, kind of taking back to kind of feeling like this isn't real and just, you know, the whole experience as a whole and really enjoying it, what would you say are some of the highlights of it? Obviously, winning would be a highlight, but you know, for the whole weekend as a whole, what were some of the highlights?
Meeting, like, the people. It's, I think so I met, Sean and Joey were 2 guys that I met at the Baltimore qualifier, and that was probably the 2nd month I'd ever even played the game.
Yeah.
And I played against Sean and this guy Michael, goes by Bloom on Discord. I played against them in like the top cut, and they were so nice. And Angerworm and Jams, so James and Jared, helped me build my like first draft deck ever in Sorcery, because I was at the qualifier and I'm like, I'm a noob, please help me.
Yeah.
So like I met those guys there, and then seeing them again now, like, they're just so friendly. It's so fun. Like playing online with Golden Eagle a lot, Bruce.
Yeah.
And then like seeing him in person, and he's like even cooler than I thought he would be.
I had a chance to meet Bruce at my first event ever.
He's a really nice guy.
It was 4 players. And I drove 300 miles to Ohio. And
for a 4-player tournament?
For a 4-player tournament,
I love that.
And he and I were matched up in the finals, and it was the first time I had ever played against Tufted Turtles. So I've seen Bruce at, probably West Virginia, St. Louis, that one in Ohio, and then here as well. So I agree.
Yeah.
It's so cool to see folks in the community and then get to meet them and play more with them.
Yeah, and then they were all, and like, you know, I think I caught myself at one point like thinking I must have had like All Things Contested Realm on in the background, because like Kevmo was just chatting next to me. Yeah, Zack Attack, super cool, and thank God he couldn't play. I was like, you can't play, right? He's like, no. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, there were so many big hitters from the community. Ira.
Yeah, his son was also probably one of the highlights. He's 10 or 11 years old. He went like 6-1 in the first day, and like, oh my God, it was amazing. That kid was crushing it.
Yeah, so I think that's something that I've obviously seen as a theme, and I think people that are coming to events are seeing as a theme, just the community interaction being one of the highlights.
Yeah.
Have you been to a lot of events before this?
This is my second, I think. Right? Yeah, I did the qualifier, and then I did this one, and then I did the online league tournament.
Yeah, I know a lot of people share with me that it can be intimidating thinking about going to events, especially one as big as this. And do you have any advice for people in the community that might be used to playing other game systems that have a different type of feel at community events? And what would you say if they're thinking about trying to go to an event like this one?
Really friendly. I only ever, and I don't want to talk about other games really, but I did go to one Magic event, and like the number of times I was asked not to talk is actually a little insane. Because I'd be like, oh man, like, where are you from? They're like, don't talk, just stick it to the game. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then like here, it's never that. Like you're chatting, you're having a good time. Even in the Final Four, I had to ask them, like, are they playing a fun game after their match, or is this the match? Like, this is the match. Like, they're just laughing. Like, that's awesome. Like, I want to be part of that game.
Right.
So yeah, everyone's super accepting. Nobody's trying to gotcha on the rules. Like even in the official rules here, it was like, if no new information has been revealed, you can go for it. So like, there are times where you're like, oh, I'll play this. You're like, that's not how you think it does. And then they'll just like take it back and do it. And you're like, cool. And it's that's like the majority of players here, and I think that makes it a very approachable and fun environment. So the game is intimidating because the prizes are crazy, but the people are amazing. It's definitely worth going to.
Yeah, I agree, and I think that the more events I go to, the more I see that this isn't just a one-event phenomenon. This is all over the country, communities coming together, totally different groups of people for the most part, all with a really similar feel. And I'm so happy to be able to take some time to talk to you. I know you had a very busy day and appreciate you taking some time really immediately afterwards. My last couple of questions are, what's behind you?
Yeah, I can't believe. I guess this is my art now. This is incredible. Yeah, so I have 2 pieces. This is by Truett Parrish, and it's amazing. I don't know if I even have words. It's funny. They handed it to me, and I was like, was I supposed to know what this looked like? Like all I knew was that Truett got this, and they're like, show it to the crowd. I'm like, can I see it first? No, this is amazing. I'm like so stoked. He actually signed my Highland Clansman, so it's my first ever signed card by any artist for any game. So it's amazing that I actually have like an original painting by him. And then this is by Lindsay. This is also just absolutely gorgeous. Like this is the one I knew about, so I was really stoked to be able to get this, and and the story behind it is so interesting, and it's really neat. And I guess now I have an alpha foil Courtesan Theus as well, the little one to go with the big one. So.
Well, you
like
absolutely earned it.
Still in shock.
I can imagine. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the evening. Final question.
Yeah.
What is your favorite card?
God, it's not Roots. Believe it or not, it's a really, it's a fun deck to play if you guys want to look it up. But oh man, it might just be Avatar of Air because the mobility is so fun. Man. I wish you had told me you were going to ask me this beforehand, so I could have thought about
spoiled.
it. I know, I don't know.
Gotta be first instinct.
It's really satisfying to play Avatar of Air because just the mobility and the shenanigans you can get up to. I have a really bad deck that is not good at all, but it's Avatar of Air and Wind the Sylphs and Nightmare. And just pushing stuff around is... the grid system to this game allows you to just have like pure joy. Win or lose, you're like, I just get to move everything and shuffle things around, and it's really, really fun to play around that mobility.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me.
Yeah, hey, this was amazing.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Best of luck moving forward. Hopefully I see you in future at Gen Con, Vegas, or anywhere else.
My wife said if I won the Courtesan Cup, I could go to Vegas, so I don't think she necessarily knew that was going to happen, but I was like, all right, I guess I'm going.
And it's now documented.
It's now documented. I'll have to let her know. So I guess I'll see you in Vegas.
Well, hopefully we do. Well, have a wonderful rest of the day.
Thank you, man.
Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. And see you in the contested realms.
Thanks.
Hey, it's just common sense.